your stance on birth control?
I think maybe it's good in some instances because children shouldn't be born when they're not wanted.
I think it's actually good because it's a lot of teenage pregnancies and people that really can't, handle providing for kids. So why should they? I mean, everybody should be able to have kids, but it's a good prevention from kids.
I am for birth control.
I think people are ignorant on some of the uses that birth control is used for. People just think it's just for contraception purposes, when I personally know people who have had ovarian cysts that they've used birth control to treat conditions such as that. So I think it's pretty nearsighted.
My stance on birth control is if you want to use it, you have every right to use it, because as a woman, it's your body. If you want to protect yourself from conceiving a child, if you feel like you're not ready to have one, then why not use it? It's a resource that is available to you.
My stance on birth control is that if a woman wants to use forms of birth control in order to prevent pregnancy, I think that I'm all for a woman doing so.
I think the main issue is that people just don't understand important purposes for it. I think the controversy is pretty obvious in the fact that religious conservatives believe the government is intruding on their rights to protect their religious ideals.
There shouldn't be any issues behind birth control. Like, there really shouldn't be any controversy behind it. But I think it's ridiculous that the Supreme Court is getting involved. Mm-hmm. It's a woman's body. It shouldn't be the Supreme Court's body.
Should a corporation have to pay for a woman's birth control? I don't know the answer to that question. I would say yes, but obviously, I mean, they're making the Supreme Court just made a decision where they don't have to anymore. So there are people who believe no.
They shouldn't have the right to not have to pay for it because, it's a lot of like kids without homes and stuff like that. So why wouldn't they, provide their mothers to prevent having babies? They should have it in their plan. They absolutely should.
So I think no matter what your religious view is, it's part of healthcare and you should be paying for your employees.
I think if everyone that works in the religious corporation believes that they shouldn't have birth control, then they shouldn't pay for it. But if there are some people in the corporation that want it, then I feel like it should be provided. It should be a choice for them.